Yeah, I just think we want to be cautious with him and also just build up his strength a little bit for 1 or 2 more days. And hopefully he's able to go on Sunday. But whenever we get that strength or that recuperation of a little strength deficit, we feel like he'll be safe to go, but just being cautious.
Do you think you're going to get an MRI?
I don't think it's that bad. I think it's more just precaution, really make sure we can strengthen him, give him an extra day, see if that gives us a big dividends, because it's not worth risking him being, like last year where we lost him for extended periods. So just being very cautious.
In hindsight, do you think that was, I think his first game back, he was like 6 for 19. The other day, whatever it was, 2 for 11, 2 for 12. I mean, do you think that was nagging him, particularly in the last game?
Yeah, I think, I can't remember the other one, but the last one for sure, I think, he felt some awareness of it. So I think it was a factor. I know it was a factor. Yeah.
As well as not having a full roster, I'll know it well here.
Yeah.
Is there any other common thread in this losing stretch that you see as a coach that, you feel like?
No, not a common thread necessarily. We played, 2 of the top teams in the league at the start of this trip, played them very well. We're down 1 with 90 seconds left or so against the Warriors. And, Clay made some big shots down the stretch, but a good performance without James, Kevin, Joe. So I was really proud of the effort there. We played we played the Suns, and I think we took the lead at some part kind of, fairly deep in the second half against a team that's, had won 10 in a row. And, I thought played a really quality game, just not a complete game. And we were in control at halftime in sack and had a poor half. And so I don't know, you can go back further, and there was obviously, Kai and James didn't play in one of the games at home, and you could call out the reason we lost each game, but not through like a common theme. It's just been a bit of this, bit of that, and availability obviously is a part of it.
As the losing streak gets longer and as you get closer to the trade deadline, I'm curious, one, does that impact at all thinking of things that you might do, or is that too small a sample size to make those kind of decisions? Secondly, do you think as you get closer to the trade deadline, guys that might see their name out there, whether it be Claxton or Chris Brown or even James Harden, that it might start to impact their team?
I mean, I think it's an age-old dilemma. I remember being a player and people sometimes certain years feel it more than others. The trade deadline, it's a part of the job. You have to do a good job to be a professional and not allow it to affect your play. I don't think our organization is the type that's reactive. We lost some games, let's make a trade. I think we built something here that we feel we have a great chance to compete for a championship if healthy. And so none of us are panicking or saying we don't have the pieces to win. We just haven't had them on the floor at the same time. So I don't see any, kind of reactive stuff going on at all.
The game's changed, positionless basketball and all this stuff, but yet, and maybe this was unique to last year with the lack of practice time and lack of true point guards. Mike Conley, Chris Paul, for best 2 records in the West. It seemed like that had a larger role last season. Do you think that was unique to last season, or do you think there's still something going on here where maybe the kind of old school true point guard has a bigger role in this league when people are taking notice of?
Well, to your point, there's not a lot left. I don't know if that's because there's not a lot out there, or if they're not valued as highly by teams. But look at true point guards. It's not like the old days where you always had 1 or 2. And I think in the last 10 years we've seen the league get away from that and have more of explosive scoring lead ball handlers. But that doesn't mean that there's not great true point guards in our league and that they don't have just the same value as they had before. It's just you have to be really good in that position and that style of play to show the value, I think, league-wide here.
Do you think they're undervalued right now?
Yeah, I think that undervalued, but again, I think there's a case to having explosive lead guards, unless the point guard, the true point guard, is a hell of a player. If he is, then they still have the utmost importance in our league. But there's just maybe not as many. They're more score first or whatever you want to call it. So I think it's just a shift in the way the game's valued, played, officiated, and the way we judge talent and try to build rosters.
Given their shorthanded, just with Mitchell back, who's kind of gone up this back and forth with Clarkson, some of the main guys out. There's
Hmm.
guys to focus on.
Well, I think the thing about the Jazz is that they have great continuity. So they've played together for years now, and Q does a great job with them. So they innately understand what they're trying to accomplish at both ends and have played those rotations for extended periods of time. Coupled with the fact that they have IQ and shooting everywhere. So, the way you defend them is tested by the fact that they can space the floor the way they can. They have guys that can drive the ball to the basket and spread you out. So it's more of like on a night-to-night basis, they have plenty of guys that can have a hot night. But obviously it starts with Mitchell and, Conley and Bogdanovich can have big nights as well and some others, but just so much shooting. And that continuity piece allows them to be really efficient. And that's why they're the best offensive team in the league.
This job more fun than doing like Champions League TV and it's obviously wildly different, but
Yeah.
from like a fun point of view, is it more fun?
Yeah. I don't know if it's more fun. It can be more rewarding, challenging, it's engaging. That part of it is what I'm after. I was retired, so I had plenty of fun. So the coach is to be, really challenged, engaged, to work with people, collaborate, dig deep, and try to find solutions. And that, is what I'm after and what I'm enjoying about it.
Managing stuff, Champions League stuff.
Well, now you're talking. We'll see. We'll see.
Maybe a TV show.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess.
All right. Great. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.